even though he knew his mother would read him the riot act about not giving her notice so she could make up his room. He knew she'd already have it prepared for him. She'd cottoned on to his surprise tactics years ago. By the time he'd pulled the car up beside one of the 3 large machinery sheds across from the house, his parents were already on their way over to greet him. "Lincoln Callahan! How many times have I told you about sneaking up on us like this?" Lavinia Callahan called out. "Hi, Mum," he said, swooping her off her feet and twirling her around. It was the only way to stop the lecture in its tracks. It still gave him a bit of a shock to see her with grey hair. Last time he'd come home, she'd informed him that she was tired of fighting nature, so she'd decided to embrace it instead. It didn't mean any fewer visits to the hairdresser, though. She still looked as stylish as always, with a sculptured cut, shorter at the back and longer on the sides. Over the top of her squeals of protest and threats of bodily harm, Linc swapped a knowing grin with his father. After setting down his mother, dodging her playful smack, he put his hand out. "G'day, Dad." "Good to see you, son," his father said, dragging him in for a bear hug. And even as Linc braced himself for it, the hearty slap on the back still almost sent him sprawling. Bob Callahan was a big man. He was as tough as they came. Linc had always admired his father's strength, not only physical, but also mental. His hair may be silver now, but he was still a powerful man. There'd been times that Mother Nature and banks had tried to break his old man, but they'd never succeeded. Although it had come close on a few occasions. They all knew families in the district who hadn't been so fortunate. Life on the land wasn't always kind. "You're home," his mother said. Her hands fluttered up to her mouth and Linc gave a moan. "Don't start crying, Mum." While it had been 2 years since he'd been home, his parents had made several trips to Brisbane during the last 18 months to catch up with him, although anyone looking on would think she hadn't seen him for a decade. "I can't help it. My baby's home," she sniffed. "Oh, for the love of God, woman, he's a grown man," his father said, rolling his eyes skywards. "He'll always be my baby, Robert Callahan," she snapped, before turning her gaze back to Linc. "I can't believe you're here so early. We weren't expecting you until closer to Christmas." "Change of plans," Linc said, with an offhand shrug. "The opportunity came up, so I took it." Well, it wasn't really a lie. "What are we doing out here in this terrible heat anyway? Come on, let's go inside. I was just about to put the kettle on." It didn't matter what time of the day or night you turned up. Mum was always just about to put the kettle on. It was one of the familiar things he'd been counting on. Linc pulled his large duffel bag from the car and they made their way across to the house. "So, how's business, son?" his father asked. "Good. We're picking up some big contracts now. Signed an insurance company that's going to be a big turnaround for us. We're looking at expanding into Papua New Guinea. Our name seems to be getting out there." "Good," Bob grunted. "A reliable reputation makes all the difference in the world." After leaving the army a year and a half ago, Linc had thrown in with 2 mates to start a crisis management company. Their aim was to provide emergency management to businesses with staff travelling overseas or into high-risk environments, offering assistance with incidents from car accidents and sudden illness to kidnappings and terrorist attacks. His father was right. In this business, reputation was everything. It only took one mistake, one tiny balls up, and the business you'd worked so hard for would be gone. No one wanted to hire a firm who'd failed to protect their clients. Linc dropped his bag inside his old bedroom and gave the room a quick once-over. While his mother hadn't kept it as a shrine to his teenage self, there were no posters.